Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm sorry again, as I do with every stream. I'm just trying to log into YouTube to check the audio. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm sorry again. Yep. Alright, perfect. So, what we're going to go ahead and do is update the results for qualifications that just took place over the past 2 days and just finished up about an hour ago with round 2. Again, this is qualifications for the tournament that will take place on Saturday. And I'm going to go ahead and announce the start time as 5 p.m. East Coast time in the US, which will be 10 p.m. for you guys out in the UK, and 11 p.m. for anybody out in Central Europe. So, again, what the tournament is separated between Team North America, which is with players from Canada and the United States, and then also Team Europe, which so far the competitors spanned from Spain, Denmark, and the UK. So what happened was the top 5 players from the North American qualifiers end up participating in the tournament, and then same thing for the European team. So we'll go ahead and start with Team Europe first. Unfortunately, there's only 6 competitors, so there's only 1 person that is eliminated. I did think I was going to have more players from Europe participate. That's why I kind of separated this one into North America versus Europe. In the past tournaments, I've had, more players from Europe. But again, with the late stream times, it's pretty late here in Europe for those guys to participate. So let's go ahead and break it down. We had the overall kill winner of both teams during the qualifications was Gujan Kid, who had 18 kills in his 2 rounds. Then in second place for Europe, we had Soya Uno Goat, who had 12 kills. We have FNB Riot with 4 kills. I'm not sure what country he's playing out of. And then tie for 4th, we have PRG Snipes playing out of the UK. And then also myself with 3 kills. I'm playing for Denmark, basically because I live here. I'm from the US, but I've been living here for 10 years. So basically go ahead and help out Team Europe. And then we also had Jorge is back with 0 kills. So the way it stands right now is there's a tie between me and PRG Snipes with 3 kills. So one of us would qualify in 4th place, one of us would qualify in 5th place. Now the significance of that is the leader in kills for each team in the first round is going to play a heads-up matchup with the lowest qualifier. In this case, it would be the 5th place qualifier. So what's going to happen is Gujan Kid is going to open up the first round, and he's actually going to be playing against me. I figured the only way to do a tiebreaker between me and PRG Snipes was either to flip a coin, but then I thought, screw that. I'll go ahead, since even if I win the tournament, which it won't happen, the prize is going to go to somebody else, but I know that's not going to happen. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just sacrifice myself in that first game against Gujan Kid in a heads-up match. The winner will stay alive in the winner's bracket, and the loser will go down to the loser's bracket. So basically, I'll be moving down to the loser's bracket after I get those first 2 games under my belt. And then what will happen is in the European bracket, in the first round, there will also be a game between the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place finishers. And those are Soya Uno Goat. My fault. Let me look at my bracket. I got a couple different brackets here. Okay, so in the second game in the European bracket in the first round, it would be Soya Uno Goat, FNB Riot, and PRG Snipes. So, okay, those are the top 5 competitors. Like I said, Jorge is back. If for some reason one of the 5 players from Team Europe does not show up for the tournament, then you would be the first person to go ahead and fill in their slot. So just keep that in mind. And again, the tournament is a double elimination tournament. So what will happen, like say in my case, when I lose to Gujan Kid in the first round, he'll stay alive in the winner's bracket. He will face the winner of the game between Soya Uno Goat, FNB Riot, and PRG Snipes. And then what will happen is the loser, the 2 losers in that trio game will move down to the loser's bracket and join me. And then in the second round, us 3 will play a game. Whoever wins that game will end up playing against the loser from the basically the finals of the winners bracket between Gujan Kid and the winner of Soya Unugo, F and B Riot, and PRG Snipes. So you'll notice with dropping the roster for the tournament down to 10 players, it's going to eliminate a lot of games. It'll make the stream go a lot quicker. So especially for you guys in Europe, the stream is going to be starting at 10 p.m. your time. I think the stream is going to run somewhere maybe 3 to 4 hours. So hopefully you guys are going to be around for the whole time. That's why I moved the time up to 5 instead of 6 p.m. just to keep in mind that it gets pretty late for you guys out in Europe. So that's basically the first 2 rounds of the European bracket. I'll go in later after I announce the North American bracket, who's playing the first games and when you guys can expect to play your games. So let me just go ahead and recap. So on the North American side, we had a total of, let's see, there was only 6 for Europe, and there was 21 for the North American team. Again, they were made up of players from Canada and the United States. So in first place for North America was 8 Soda with 11 kills. Then in second place we had Armin with 8 kills. And then it ends up being kind of a sticky situation like some of the tournaments. And oh, my fault. Before I get into this, I don't know why we're just sitting here. So just wanted to go ahead and showcase Papa Grande 91 PSN's channel. He's got a great YouTube channel. You can see a lot of these titles. There's a lot of titles with you know, a lot of kills, epic moments, some great gameplay on his part on his channel. You see, I even did, that's one of my videos that I did, you know, just basically showcasing some of his clips on his channel, as well as I did with the last results live stream last Friday night. I did it for Symbaticus. So again, if you guys want to go ahead and check out some other great players at Fortnite, go ahead and check out Symbaticus, or you can go ahead and check out Papa Grande. You see him right there. We're going to go ahead and start with this video, and then we'll play one of the other videos in the background so you have something to look at as I go ahead and finish with the results. So hopefully this one doesn't have any music in it, because I got a copyright strike from Symbaticus' game last week. Okay, so again, like I said, we had 8 Soda with 11 kills in first for the North American side. We had Armin with 8 kills. I'm pretty sure both those guys are playing out of, actually Armin's playing out of Canada, and 8 Soda is playing out of the United States. So in third place, we have a tie with 3 players with 5 kills. We have LOL Guy. We have I'm Back the Goat, and then we also have Legit Master. Now what happened was LOL Guy ended up sending me a message tonight saying that he's not able to participate in the tournament, so he's basically getting scratched. So then that means we have 2 players with 5 kills, and they would be qualifiers number 3 and 4. So again, that's Legit Master and Legit Master and I'm Back the Goat finish at spot 3 and 4. So that means we have 1 spot left on the North American bracket, and I'm in another situation where I have 3 players tied with 4 kills. So just like I had last week, I had 4 players tied with 3 kills, and I needed to find the 12th person to qualify. So those guys ended up playing another qualification game in between that round 2 qualification and before the tournament started. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is read off their names again, and I have to schedule something with these 3 players sometime on Saturday during the day or sometime before the tournament, and it can even be all 3 of you together, or it can be individually. What I'll do is once you guys play your round, I'll take screenshots of your kill total at the end so everybody knows it's legit. But again, this guy's not unfamiliar with this situation, as he participated last week and ended up qualifying to go to the tournament. So God Has Nike had 4 kills. We also have David Foosball, who ended up playing in the tournament championship last week against Gujan Kid. David was the winners bracket champ, and he played against Gujan Kid, who was the losers bracket champ. Gujan Kid ended up winning. He ended up forcing 2 rounds, and in the second game they were both tied, so they ended up forcing a sudden death, and Gujan Kid ended up winning by one kill. So David Foosball, also Max Gunzo. Max Gunzo ended up winning my first 2800 V-Buck tournament a couple weeks ago, and he actually played against Gujan Kid in that tournament. So we have David Foosball, Max Gunzo, and God Has Nike. I need to schedule another 2 rounds with you guys, or actually another round with 2 games, and get your kill total. And out of you 3, whoever has the most kills during those 2 games will end up qualifying as the 5th spot. if I'm not mistaken. Yep. And then what will happen is the other two players, you will be the first guys in line to fill a slot if there is somebody who does not show up for the tournament. And that has happened, unfortunately, in the past. So there's a good chance that one of you guys will probably get filled in to replace somebody. I hope it doesn't happen, but just in case, be ready. I'm going to go ahead and send you a message after this stream is over and just go ahead and let you know the situation and try and schedule that with you. And then we ended up having some other players tie with, let me see, no, we only had one person tie with 3. That was Macho Man Plays. We had a couple guys tie with, no, I keep saying a couple guys, but we didn't. We had MC Max with 2 kills, and then we had a bunch of players tie with 1 kill. We had Sleep Blunt, we had Scammer Guy, we had Lucky Man, we had Undamped Potato, N20 Ghosts, we had Rock Gamer, and Castle Miner, and then we had a couple players that did not get on the board. We had Jean-Claude, Jet Cargo, J18 Swift, Ace Wolfmaster, and that basically rounds out the list. So what's going to happen is, I can't really fill out the bracket for the North American side yet, but I do know that the first qualifier was 8 Soda. So what's going to happen is 8 Soda is going to play the lowest qualifier, which is going to be the winner of the elimination game between David Foosball, God Has Nike, and Max Gunzo. So again, I'm going to schedule that game with those 3 players sometime before Saturday's tournament. And then whoever has the most kills out of those 3 guys after 2 games is going to finish in the 5th slot and will face 8 Soda in the first round of the North American bracket. And then what that will leave is Armin, I'm Back the Goat, and Legit Master, who finished 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, will play in that second game in the losers bracket. I'm sorry, in the North American bracket. Let's go ahead and check out this one. He looks like he's dropping 18 players in 20 versus 20 by himself. I guess he's doing not solo squad, but yeah, solo squad. I guess he didn't do Phil or whatever. We'll go ahead and check it out. Should be pretty interesting. So again, like I said, that second game in the first round will be between Armin, I'm Back the Goat, Legit Master. The winner of that game will face the winner of 8 Soda, and as I said, the 3 guys that are tied with 4 kills. Whoever wins that elimination game will play 8 Soda. The winner of that matchup between 8 Soda and that player that wins the elimination game will play in the winners bracket finals versus the winner of Armin, I'm Back the Goat, and Legit Master. And again, anybody that loses in round 1 gets moved down to the losers bracket, and it is a double elimination tournament. So we'll go ahead and fill out some more information tomorrow. But like I said, that stream will start tomorrow at 5 p.m. East Coast time in the U.S., 10 p.m. UK time. And I'm trying to think out if I'm leaving anything out as far as this bracket is concerned. No, that's pretty much it. Just like I said, David Foosball, God Has Nike, Max Gunzo. I got to go ahead and schedule something with you to see who qualifies as the 5th spot. So yeah, what I wanted to do is go ahead and announce the games. So just because the guys in Europe are, it's already going to kind of be pretty late for them, what I'm going to do is start with the European side first. So the first game of the tournament is going to be Gujan Kid against myself. That game should take place at about, I'd say roughly 5:15 p.m. East Coast time, or 10:15 p.m. UK time. We're both in, we're all in the UK. I mean, we're all in Europe, so we're going to stay on the Europe server. It'll probably make things easier. So then the game right after that, which would probably start at, and since these guys are in Europe, I'll announce the European time. But it's basically going to probably start, I would say, let's say 10:45 to 11 p.m. UK time, which will be basically, 5:45 p.m., 6 p.m. East Coast time in the US. So that would be the second game. That'll finish off the first round of the European bracket. Then we'll go ahead and move over to the North American bracket. So most likely the game between 8 Soda and that winner of those 3 players that have to play in that elimination game. That game will probably be taking place, I would say, sometime around, I'd say between 7:10 and say 7:25. I'm sorry, 6:10, 6:25 p.m. East Coast, or possibly about 11:15, 11:25 p.m. in Europe or UK. And the next game after that will be Armin, I'm Back to Goat, and Legit Master. So that'll be the last game of round 1. And that game should start anywhere from about... Oh, I'm sorry, these guys are in the US. I'm screwing things up. Wow, so 8 soda, and the winner of the elimination game will probably play their game, I would say, between, yeah, let's go ahead and say 6 p.m. to 6:25 p.m. And then the next game between Armin, I'm Back to Goat, and Legit Master should start anytime, I would say, from about 6:30 to maybe 6:45 p.m. East Coast time. So that will be the last game. So you guys probably will play your first game about an hour and a half after the stream starts, maybe sooner. It all depends on how the games go. Again, each player is going to play their 2-game series versus their opponents. So it really all depends on how long the matches go. Sometimes it could last only 5 minutes, or the match could last 10 to 15 minutes. So I can't really give you a real good estimate. Just know that each game will probably last, well, the 2-game matchup will probably last anywhere from 15 to 25 minutes. So just know, like I said, the first game is going to be between Gujan Kid and myself, and that will probably start at 5:15, or basically 15 minutes after the stream starts. That game will probably last anywhere, let's just say about a half an hour, 20 minutes to half an hour. So that means Sawyer Unago, FNB Riot, PNG Snipes should be starting their game, you know, sometime around 5:45 or 45 minutes after the stream starts. Then the next game will be 8 soda versus the winner of that elimination game between those 3 players. And that game should start anywhere from about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes after the stream starts. And then Armin, I'm Back to Go, and Legit Master, your game should start anywhere from about an hour and 15 minutes to possibly an hour and 40 minutes after the stream starts, but it could be, you know, closer to that hour and 15 minutes. I'm going to try and make things go as quick as possible. Everybody's pretty much participated in the tournament before, so we can usually get things going pretty quick when we're switching players. So I promise to make everything as smooth as possible. And, you know, that's basically it as far as the brackets go. For everybody else who did not qualify, you know, I appreciate you guys joining. Like I said, as far as the Europe team, Jorge is back. You finished at number 6. So if there's anybody that doesn't show up from Europe, you would be the first person to fill a slot. And from the North American team, the person who finishes in second out of that 3-man matchup between David Foosball, God Has Nike, and Max Gunzo would be first in line to replace somebody. And then whoever finishes third out of that 3-man group would be the second person to replace somebody to join. And obviously the winner of those 3 is going to qualify as the 5th seed in the tournament. So that's pretty much how that goes. The rest of the bracket's going to be pretty simple to follow. Now the last part of this video, is going to be to announce the results from the 1,000 V-Buck giveaway. Again, the question was, how many kills was I going to get after my qualification rounds? And to end the stream, if you want to go ahead and check out the one that just ended, I'd say in the last like 20 minutes of it, I ended up competing in my 2 rounds. And out of 25 people that participated in the giveaway, there was 15 people who had faith in me and said that I was going to get more than 2 kills. And the options were either 0 kills, 1 kill, 2 kills, or more than 2 kills. So we did have 15 players that are still tie after that first question with more than 2 kills, because I had 3 in my first round. I had 1 kill, and then frantically at the very end of my my last breath, I was pulling off that shotgun round to try and finish the guy off. I was surrounded by some guys in Tilted Towers, so I got 2 kills in my second game, and just in the nick of time before I got taken out, I was able to knock somebody and go ahead and end their game for them. So these 15 players are still alive. What's going to happen is, hopefully you guys see this, whether it's during the live stream right now or the recorded version tomorrow, and you guys show up for the tournament, because you 15 people need to go ahead and answer another question. And what's going to happen is, after the second question, it's going to narrow it down to one person that's going to win that 1,000 V-Bucks, or basically a $10 gift card to either PlayStation, Xbox, PC, Amazon, iTunes, basically whatever you guys want. So those 15 players that are still alive are Macho Man, Super David Nova, I'm sorry, I keep saying this, I don't know if it's Dion or Dione Raglan, Daniel St. Roman, Manly Rolls, Max Gunzo, Jet Cargo, I think it's Landon the Gamer, God Has Nike, Novak Hyper, we have MC Max, Undamped Potato, Gaming Rocket, Armin 912, and then Castle Miner. So those 15 players are the ones that voted and thought I was going to get more than 2 kills in my 2 rounds, which I did. I had 3. So you guys, hopefully you guys watch this, or you guys pay attention to the stream tomorrow. What I'm going to do is announce it obviously at the beginning of the stream, and I'm actually going to go ahead and ask that question toward the start of the stream. I want to try and give everybody a chance out of you 15 to, you know, hopefully join the stream so you can have a chance to participate in the second round, and hopefully, you know, get that that $10 gift card. So I think that's pretty much going to be it. If there's any questions, you know, guys, just go ahead and leave a comment in either the chat right now. I'll go ahead and check the live stream, or you can just go ahead and leave a comment, you know, after this live stream is over. But again, hopefully I can go ahead and see everybody, as far as you 15 people that still have a chance to win that 1,000 V-Buck giveaway, and also you 10 people that qualified. And again, like I said, Max Gunzo, David, and God Has Nike. Hopefully I'll be in contact with you guys in a little while to try and schedule that game, so you guys can see which one of you qualify for the tournament, and then which of you are first in line to replace somebody. Oh, my fault. Let me go ahead and see the chat. Looks like there's more than I expected. So what's up? Super David Nova, Mark Perez. Yeah, we can play. I'm probably going to go to sleep, though. It's 6:52 in the morning right now. I'm probably talking a little loud. I'm going to wake up my girlfriend and daughter. But I'm going to go ahead and, you know, wrap this up pretty soon. Hopefully it's pretty self-explanatory. Hopefully you guys can figure out exactly where you stand and who qualified, who didn't qualify, and the guys that are kind of still need to play a qualification game. And then anybody who would be next in line to replace somebody, hopefully you guys are going to be available, you know, to be on standby in case that does happen. So we have Dion, I'm going to say Dion until you correct me. So Dion Raglan, what's up? Appreciate you guys joining. Gene TV, Logan Malone, Stream Elements is telling me that Logan subbed, so I appreciate that, Logan. Probably be, I'm sure, joining tomorrow to cheer some people on. Okay, and it basically seems like we got a conversation going back between Super David and Dion and Logan. So Logan, what are you saying? What part of it don't you understand? Just so I can try and hopefully clear that up for you. I know sometimes I talk a little too much or a little too fast, but I just got a lot of info that I'm trying to get out there. But basically, I'll go ahead and try and see if I can answer your question for you. So you qualified with the most kills. So you're the first qualifier. So what's going to happen is, in the first round, you are going to play against the person that is the 5th qualifier. So basically, the person out of the 5 people that qualified that has the lowest amount of kills. But at the moment, I don't have a player for you, because there are 3 players that are basically tied for that 5th spot. So what's going to happen is, David Foosball, God Has Nike, and Max Gunzo are going to end up playing another 2 games. Hopefully I can get in touch with all 3 of them, but they need to play another 2 games before before Saturday's live stream tournament. And then what's going to happen is, whoever has the most kills out of those 3 players is going to end up playing 8 Soda in the first round. And then what's going to happen is 8 Soda will be playing a heads-up matchup with that person who qualifies as number 5, which will leave 3 players left, the guys who qualified 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, which is Armin, I'm Back the GOAT, and then Legit Master. And then whoever wins that game between those 3 guys will play the winner of 8 Soda and the winner of those 3 players that have to play the elimination game. And then basically that will be the finals of the North American winners bracket. And then obviously whoever lost in the first round, there will be 3 players that will move down to the losers bracket. So in the second round, what will happen is, we'll go to the losers bracket, and those 3 players that lost in the first round will play. Whoever has the most kills out of those 3 will stay alive. Whoever loses out of those, you know, the 2 players that lose will end up being eliminated. And then we'll go ahead and take the loser from, you know, the winners bracket final. We'll go ahead and play down in the losers bracket against the winner of that first game in the second round. I know it gets a little complicated. It's tough. I'm looking at the schedule. It all makes sense, but I guess you have to know what I'm saying. So everybody has at least you know, 2 rounds that they're gonna play. You know, everybody's playing at least in the first round and the second round, but there will be eliminations in the second round as players have their second loss. So hopefully that has cleared things up a little bit for you guys. Quartz Clan, since you're just joining, I'll go ahead and fill you in. But I don't want to make this stream too long. I'm going to try and wrap this up in the next 5 minutes. But on the Europe side, I'll go ahead and let Quartz Clan know, because Quartz Clan is Gujan Kid. So Gujan, you know you had the most kills for Team Europe, so you qualify as number 1. You're going to play against the person with the least amount of kills that qualified as number 5. There was a tie between me and PRG Snipes. With we both had 3 kills, so we're technically tied for 4th spot. So what's going to happen is one of us is going to be 4th, one of us is going to be 5th, and instead of flipping a coin or doing something like that, I just volunteered to finish as 5th, just to make it a little easier possibly for PRG Snipes, because obviously I don't win. Yeah, what's it called? Because I don't win, obviously. So I just go ahead and I volunteer to go ahead and play you. So we're going to do a heads-up match. We will be the first game of the tournament. So we should be playing at about 10:15 your time. So it's me and you, Gujan. First game of the whole tournament, 10:15 p.m. your time. And then, let me just go ahead and see if I can find something else for the last couple minutes. I thought I saw, yeah, let's go ahead and check this out. Hopefully there's no music. If there's music, I'll just back out. So yeah, Gujan Kid and me, yep, back, no music. Let's check this out. Hopefully no music in this one as well. Last thing I want is another copyright strike. Alright, cool. So, I don't know what you're saying when you said know the person on the stream. Oh, the person on the stream, my fault. That's Papa Grande PSN. He popped in the chat last week. He plays obviously on PlayStation with my friend Symbaticus. I was actually kind of hoping that both of those guys were going to participate on PlayStation for this tournament, but I guess that didn't end up happening. So again, if you guys want to check him out, it's Papa Grande PSN, and then that's one word, and then it's 91. So Papa Grande PSN, next word 91, or you know, space 91. So he's got a lot of great clips on his channel. So go ahead and give him a shot. Go check him out. But I think that's pretty much it. I think hopefully I've answered everybody's questions. Again, for everybody who participated in the chat over the past couple days during the the live stream qualification rounds, I appreciate you guys. Everybody that participated in the qualifications itself, whether you qualified or you didn't, I really appreciate you guys, having some interest in the tournament. Hopefully we can keep doing this. Planning on doing another one next weekend, but I'll go ahead and fill you guys in on that information, after this tournament is over. So again, I'm going to go ahead and end this. Again, watch us back if you want to know if you qualified, and if you want to know who you're playing against, and when you can kind of expect, to start your games. So again, if there's any questions, go ahead and leave a comment in the chat, or just go ahead as soon as this live stream's over, just leave a comment on the video, and I'll go ahead and answer any questions you have. But again, the biggest thing to remember, there's still 15 people alive for the 1,000 V-Buck giveaway. All you people, all you guys that ended up guessing 2 or more are still alive. I just need you to participate in the chat during the live stream tomorrow, and I'm going to ask you guys another question, and then it'll basically be narrowed down to one person, and I'll go ahead and give out that prize during tomorrow night's live stream toward the early part of the stream. And then the other thing to remember, for you guys that are tied with 4 kills, God Has Nike, Max Gunzo, and David Foosball, I need to schedule you guys to play another 2 games, whether all 3 of you together, or if you guys do it individually, then I'll just go ahead and screenshot your kill totals after each game, and then we'll go ahead and figure out who has the most kills. Whoever has the most kills out of you 3 after those 2 games will qualify as the 5th spot in the tournament, and then whoever finished second in kills out of you 3 will be first in line to replace somebody, and then the last person will be second in line. So hopefully everything's clear. If it's not, go ahead and leave me a comment. I look forward to a great tournament tomorrow. I think it's going to be pretty interesting. North America versus Europe. I think it's going to be pretty competitive. So I can't wait. Hope to see you guys there, and thanks for watching.